It's T Chaos is T here. I did this deck profile like before, same time I did T's. I mean, the same time I did W's, but it seems like, you know, YouTube likes to be a total dick and tell me that my videos are too long. But like, registered channels can have over like 20 minutes of video. That's so screwed up. Anyways, this deck is Wattchaos. Wattchaos is pretty much using macro engine of Chaos Sorcerer and just remove crap from play while I lightly tap you with like the direct hitter Watt monsters. Hence the name Wattchaos. So here we go. Let's just start this off really quick. 2 Watt Giraffes. If you have a third one, go ahead and run 3. These are really good. They hit your opponent and they pretty much can't do anything about it if they land their attack. So really good hitter, 1200, and you can stop all their effects until the end of the turn. Watt Pheasant, really quick hitter, and if you have a giraffe, you know, you can attack directly and remove a monster from play. If they have equipped stuff on them, they pretty much just fall apart and their equipped card is gone. If it's a token, it's not gonna be there anymore. Once it attacks directly for 1000, it succeeds. You can remove a monster from play and bring it back. But if it's a normal monster, it'll just come back and nothing will happen. I mean, it's really good hitter for the Watts. It's the only 2 that hit directly other than the synchros. Alright. 2 Dimensional Alchemists. Alright, Dimensional Alchemist pretty much just remove one card, well, remove one card like from the top of your deck from play. Per turn it gains 500 now, it turns into 1800. Mostly this is for is just, you know, milling and then getting the card you need removed from play. If you remove a spell trap from play, say goodbye to it because you're not going to see it. And when this is destroyed on your side of the field, you can get a monster back from the remove from play pile. So it's really good for, you know, this kind of thing. Getting monsters back. It's just really good. And it's a light monster for macro. 2 Watt Dragonfly. If you have something better than Watt Dragonfly, go ahead and use it. But right now, to me, it's good because Watt Dragonfly lets you special summon like a Watt monster. And usually you want to summon Watt Giraffe if you have any left, or Watt Pheasant if you want. Pretty much it's just really easy to get him out and people run into it. They can just destroy it with a card effect or scraps effect or something like that, and you'll still get your monster. It's a really good card. Man, I'm trying to fly through this. Alright. One of the monarchs you could use in this deck is Zobor, the Thunder Monarch. It's a light monster, it's 2400, destroys a monster, not as good as the other ones, but who really gives a crap? It's really good. Honest, because TCG is assholes. They don't want to make it to 3, and because they think it's ungodly to have 3 of these. For God's sakes, you guys let go of Book of Moon for 3. Why can't you even do this for 3? Taking back mistakes, stupid TCG. Anyways, 1 Rhyme. If you got something, like I said earlier, for Watt Dragonflies, if you can replace this, go ahead. This is just, right now, for me, it's a good idea because I can go ahead and just let people run into it and it adds a Watt Giraffe or a Watt Pheasant to my hand, and it's a good, like, discard to the graveyard monster. I mean, like, not discard, but, drop monster to the graveyard so I can remove for Chaos Sorcerer, which is actually the main monster of this deck. That's actually all the light monsters, and we're going into the dark monsters next. 3 Armageddon Knights. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell am I using this? Well, Armageddon Knight, when it's summoned to the field, you can send a dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. Now, this is good for one reason, for Chaos Sorcerer, because sometimes you won't have enough dark monsters to run with in your graveyard, and you'll have him to throw away dark monsters in your deck, whichever ones you want. Pretty much just, if you want to throw away an Armageddon Knight from your deck, if you run out of dark monsters, that's good. But simply, if you make the deck level with light and dark, you won't have that problem too much with Armageddon Knight. Alright, let's get through this really quick. I'm a slave to YouTube right now. Alright, 2 Dark Mimics. Now, this is a really good draw engine, pretty much like Dekoichi. If you don't have Dekoichi, just run this. This is really good. And don't be stupid and run level 3. That's really stupid. I mean, think about it. Who's gonna leave this thing to stay on the field? Nobody. But when you flip, it draws a card, so it's really good to drop in the graveyard for Chaos Sorc. And guess what? The next monster, Chaos Sorcerer. This card is, oh lord, it's uber ridiculous. You can remove from this one of the, God forbid they left this Chaos monster while it being like hit by the ban list. Sometimes I wonder why. Anyways, you can remove Light and Dark and he comes to field. You remove one monster from play, but it can attack. Usually you just use the effect. Everybody does. If you want to run 3, I would suggest that. Right now 3 is too much for me. I'll probably switch it back later. One of the best monarchs in the game, hands down, I believe so, is Caius, the Shadow Monarch. Remove when it hits the field, and if it's a dark monster, you take 1,000. If it's Black Wings, Gravekeepers, they take 1,000. So they get burned and their monsters removed. It's better than Ryza. It's totally better than Ryza. Gore's standard, you know. Everybody knows about this. If you take battle damage, you can special summon it and get a token, you know, normal stuff. Alright. Necroface. Now, people usually don't know what this is for. Now, it says pretty much here that when it's normal summon, shuffle all the cards removed from play to the owner's deck. Now, this is good if you lost cards and removed from play because of The Alchemist. And it gains 100 for each. Now, that's a good beating stick. At the same time, you get your cards back. Now, the bad part is the bottom one. That one's gonna hurt you for kind of, but you'll see why later, why I don't mind it. And Sangan, normal. I don't even need to explain it. If I do, you don't need to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and be a little different and go through the traps. Alright, return from a different dimension. This is the card you would use against cards that are removed from play. If you have too many monsters removed from play and you want to summon them back just to beat face with your opponent, throw this out there and it's well worth the cost. Really, it is. I seem to think so. So just go ahead and run it. It's really good. 7 tools, standard, negate attack, standard. The other 7 tools, run 2. Jeez. Unless you don't have Dark Bribe, which everybody hates. I don't care what people think. Dark Bribe is awesome. Deck Dev. Now, you might be wondering so far, I only have a few Dark Monsters 2,000 and over. Now, I know that, but the lucky chance of you getting that out there and pulling this off is not that bad of ratio. It's about 45 to 50 ratio that you'll get this off. Really good, and it fucks with your opponent so bad. Man, when you activate this, you pretty much got their opponent by the finger for the next 3 turns. Robin Goblin. This is especially for Watts, because once they hit directly, they have to randomly discard a card, and this is, you know, this is just for Watts only. If you're running a Watt deck, this is a really good card to run 3 of. All right then, and I gotta rush. All right, spells. Kaiser Coliseum. I have heard people cry about this card. And to be honest, it really is annoying. As long as you have a monster in the field, your opponent can't play a monster higher than you. One more than you. Now think about it. That's really good, because you're playing somebody like Gravekeepers or 6 Sams or just X Sabers, which are godsend. You can really help yourself out with this. It is really good. Alright. Monster Reborn, standard. Light of Redemption. Not a lot of people know about this card. Pretty much, you pay 800 and then you're able to get one of the light monsters removed from play and add it back to your hand. Now, this is really good because if you have like a Watt Giraffe gone, you can go ahead and bring it back to your hand and do it all over again. So, normal stuff. Messenger of Peace. If you're running more Watts, if you want to just be original, run more Watts than anything in the light side of this deck, run 3 of these. You're going to need it. People like to destroy this because it's annoying as crap. Darkwood Dealings. Now, this one's just for draw engine and throw away dark monsters if you want to. To be honest, I think 2 is, you know, good. 2 is good, but right now I have a silver print one, and you know, it just makes the other one look less sexy. You know, it's kind of like if you take your girlfriend out and she's ugly, but you take her best friend because she looks better, and it kind of equalizes out, but at the same time it's weird. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Anyways, Book of Moon, standard. I don't know what it does. Allure of Darkness. We can only have 1. Why? Because TCG hates you. MST, standard. Dark Hole. Foolish, to throw away any light or dark if you get stuck. Now, I'm going to say this right now. This deck itself does not run any synchros, but that's not a bad thing. The thing is mostly you want to limit your opponent's plays. At the same time, you want to remove the monsters that you don't like. Pretty much, if you want to, you can switch out some of the cards in here and put like Wattfox or Thunder King. I would suggest Thunder King. I'm too poor to actually, well, not poor, just too cheap to buy them. $19 a piece. That's a ripoff. Anyways, that is my deck profile for Wattchaos. Also, soon we're gonna be doing duels, and I'm going. J and W are both of us gonna put together a binder to trade off stuff. So we'll show that when we have it ready, and we'll pretty sure have that trade binder ready by the time that W gets his Hidden Arsenal 4 box, which I'll record as well, and we'll put some of the stuff up for trade. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Team Chaos out.